Tough game. We expect a tough game. We try our best. We create chances. Always we can do better. Even if, when you win, you can do many things better. I think we could attack better. We could defend in some moments better. But it's the first game of the season.
Honestly, over the almost 100 minutes, I think the draw is okay for both teams. Yes, we scored a goal that was disallowed, and we had a few chances, but honestly, Chelsea had 2-3 as well. But overall, I think we deserve this point.
Were you aware of the rule that led to that free kick being disallowed for Palace? You knew about it. So did you expect it to be disallowed when it went in?
When they scored, I didn't see that. When I review, I saw that was a foul.
Maybe the rule is you have to be 1 yard away. When we move too early, then you can disallow it. But I think you have to be careful because then many free kicks will be disallowed.
Eb scored that free kick. There was a lot of noise about him coming into this game. He's not been distracted. Did you have any doubt in your mind about picking him today?
Not at all. I think Eb and Mark, there was a lot of noise about these two players in the last weeks, and everybody could see the performance today, and they are 100% aligned with this group of players, with this team and with Crystal Palace, and spoke to them almost daily, so said maybe more than with my kids and my wife in the last couple of days, but it was worth to talk to them. We will continue, and they didn't just show that they are great football players, they're just showing that they are great persons, and this is what I really appreciate.
Well, the last time Chelsea started a campaign in the Premier League with a goalless draw was 2011. They went on and won the Champions League that season, so that's something to take away from today. Now, we nearly had the big match of the day bust-up in the studio tonight because there was major disagreement about that free kick, Ez's free kick, and the goal being disallowed for about 2 minutes until we worked out why it was disallowed.
Yeah, and I'm sure there was in the stadium, there was people watching at home. Originally, we thought the Guéhi versus Caicedo battle was key in this situation, but what turns out, there needs to be a 1 metre gap with a 4-man wall. Guéhi harsh with Caicedo. Me and Danny disagreed whether it was a foul or whether it wasn't. But the fact is that Guéhi moved him within 1 metre of the wall. So as soon as he does this, as soon as he moves him here close to that 4-man wall, the goal has to be ruled out. Robert Sanchez will be breathing a sigh of relief. Guéhi was as confused as we were, but the referee very clear.
And it is indeed Law 13. It's been around since 2019, where 3 or more defending team players form a wall. An attacking team player must at least remain a metre or a yard from the wall until the ball is in play.
Well, do you know what? I have to credit VAR. I'm the first to jump on him if they do something wrong, but that is so sharp that he was on it so quickly, because none of us knew in the studio. And thank God it came out quickly, because I thought I was going to be laid out.
I was worried for you.
Yeah.
And of course, poor Eze be thinking lightning does indeed strike twice, because the opening day last season, an even better free kick, Danny.
Well, when you take free kicks, you know how desperately sad it would be to have that brilliant free kick disallowed. But
that was pushing on the
there was
on the
pushing
line.
in the box. The referee blew the whistle before the ball hit the net, which is just, and then to happen again on the opening day next season, he might as well not play next season.
Where will he be next season? We'll get on to that in just a moment. But a feature of their success last season, Crystal Palace, was the solidity of their defence, and that was on display again today.
Oh yeah, the togetherness at the back. Well, if we're going to go through their last 3 fixtures, Man City in the FA Cup final, Liverpool in the Community Shield, and today at the World Champions, Chelsea. This back 3, along with Henderson, along with the fullbacks. Look, Richards is not even on the field here, but Oliver Glasner's got them so well marshalled. The communication's there. Mitchell slots in. Chelsea constantly trying to probe the lines. They've got really technical players, and the closer they get to goal, the more that Palace bunch up. Constantly trying to get a 2v1 if they possibly can. That's how they want Chelsea playing. They want them crossing aimlessly into the box. Richards, Guéhi, Lacroix, they're going to gobble that all day. This is the 2v1 situation we talked about. Can they push them back? Can they push them back? Chelsea are a good team. They managed to move it around the box. But when they run out of ideas, again, bread and butter. Even the Mateta, I had to highlight him. I think he was excellent. You know, he holds the ball up, but when it comes to a defensive point of view, it's an 11-man job. Different ways of Chelsea playing. They've proven that, you know, bringing Delap in with that little bit of presence. Lacroix gets comfortable, gets up against him, his mates get round him and deal with the situation and snuff out another difficult opportunity. This is late in the game. This is a game doubling up, 2v1. Can they push Chelsea back? Stamford Bridge they're expecting a win today. Late on, can they get 2v1 again? Yes, they can. Gahey, this is last ball into the box. You hear the whistle going. Palace boys have worked so hard. They're out on their feet, but it's job done. A great point.
And since Glasner was appointed, look at the company they're keeping there in terms of clean sheets. They're joint third on 17, behind Arsenal and Manchester City, Danny.
It's been tremendous, considering how poorly they started last season, and then to get so established and comfortable in a system, because we talk a lot about tactics, but he has nailed it. The players are comfortable with it. They've just got the team settled, and then, unfortunately for Palace fans, it looks like that might be assembled. Eze
and Gay, of course, both mooted to be very close to moving on, and some of the emotions that were coming out today would say perhaps this is imminent. Eze there applauding and looking like this was potentially a goodbye. Joe, do you see that emotion there?
I hate to speculate, I really do. But there's a lot of smoke, isn't there? A lot of smoke around these names. Oliver Glasner was very strong there, saying that he believes that the team were fully committed and they couldn't play like that. But these sorts of things, when you're coming to your fans and letting them know how much you appreciate them with this on the line, it does send a message.
Yeah, Palace have got a wonderful recruitment team. They've always replaced players quickly and very, very well. I know Dougie Freedman's left now, but he was a big part of that. But they've still got a good team there. Any club who gets the services of one of those two is going to be pleased, because they're two terrific players, both huge influences at Crystal Palace. But it's unfortunately the way football is now. The smaller clubs who do well, the big boys come in and they take their best away. And of course, the problem with Gahey as well is that he's only got a year left on his contract. So they're in a really difficult one with that. So maybe he'll be wearing the same colour as your dress.
Glasner said on Sky that on Eze, he said he'll come to training, he'll have Tuesday off, and then on Wednesday we will be taking him to play against Fredrikstad. Of course, the Norwegian side, they're playing in the qualifying on Thursday. So
they both seem like good lads. I don't envisage a problem.
I say they seem excellent pros. Nothing but positive things to say about them, but business is business.
And they can play on Thursday, actually, and then not be tied in other European competitions, should they go somewhere that wears red, that plays perhaps in a different European competition. On Chelsea, they have spent a lot of money, as they always do, bolstering their attack, and they had some stats that were really interesting today in terms of their XG, highest XG they've ever had not scored. I mentioned at the beginning you have to go back to 2011 for them to have a goalless match as the opening one of the season. Should they be a little bit worried about their attack, or is this fatigue from being world champions, as Joe rightly pointed
I think
out?
part of it is they've only just got back. They've had a little break after the tournament, which means they're probably not quite into rhythm. And what we talked about before with Gyökeres, new players at Chelsea need a bit of time to adapt to the surroundings and the player relationships I talked about. It's one game, it's the opening day of the season. I mean, they've got an abundance of talent, and I'm sure within a couple of weeks they'll be scoring plenty of goals, and they made chances. Yeah,
they did. They just looked a little bit frustrated towards the end. They've come off the back of a huge high end towards the end of the season, but everything seems quite settled, which is quite unique for Chelsea. In previous starts to the season, there's been a lot of talk about the money they've spent. They've finally got themselves in a position where they can have a good foundation. I'm sure they'll build on it.
And we saw, didn't we, PSG, of course, were also playing in the Club World Cup, not looking themselves in the Super Cup. So, maybe just take a few weeks.
Yeah.
OK, well, if you've missed...
Who wants to get us underway? Nizar?
There's a sense of frustration after not getting that goal in the second half when you're pushing to start the season with a win.
We always try to win the game. Unfortunately, we didn't win, but I think overall we deserve. We create enough chances between first half and second half. Unless the free kick where the goal was disallowed, I don't think we concede chances. But at the same time, we know how tough they are, how well organized they are, and this is the reason why they beat in the last two finals Liverpool and City.
Dom?
Can you speak a little bit about Esteban, please? Because it looked like when he came on, he did make a significant difference on that.
It was very good. He showed personality. He's already showing that in the training session. And for sure, no doubt that slowly will be a very important player for this club.
Peter?
How do you think Josh Champon played?
Very good, very good. We already show confidence on Josh last year. He played already some games. Today he did very well. He did with Mateta very good. So overall, he did a good game.
Matt?
Enzo, do you think we could see at all the fact that Chelsea had a smaller pre-season than Crystal Palace and many other teams in today's game? Was that had an effect?
I don't think so, because until the end we compete. We try to win the game. I think we had some chances at the end with Estevao, with Andrei Santos. So that show that probably we compete overall quite good. For sure, they already played, I think, 7-8 games. And for us, last week we played 2 friendly games, but we tried to share minutes. So the real game for us, the first real game was today. But for sure, slowly we're gonna be better.
Jacob?
And so Crystal Palace would probably be aggrieved the free kick was ruled out. But were you a bit frustrated that Mateta didn't get a second yellow for the tackle on Caicedo?
No, I was there. I was close. For sure, was foul. The referee decided no give the yellow card, so it's not. It was okay.
Jack?
Can I just ask about Tosin? Obviously not in the squad today. Just how serious that is. Whether we're back soon. Obviously not.
Yeah, he had a physical problem. We don't know for how long. Wes was on the bench, but was just on the bench to be with us. The plan was not to get any minutes. And now, hopefully, for the next one, we can start to use for some minutes also Wes.
You mentioned that Tosin was the only one that could do that, play that role on Friday, the role that Levi plays, in your mind. Is it an injury that you're really worried about? Or,
I already spoke about that.
Yeah.
Wally?
The titles are not won or lost on the first day of the season, but how important is it that you find that cutting edge sooner rather than later? Because you don't want to leave it 3 or 4 games before you're fully up to speed and picking up points, do you?
I said many times that I don't think about June or May when the title of the season will finish. I always try to speak or try to think about the next one, the next game. So for me, it's just about now. It's about Friday game, no more than that.
Great. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.